Hey, Saggy. Let's do it. Let's go for it. You feel it in your bones. Something is nagging at you, pushing at you, telling you, yes. What do you have to lose? Don't gamble all your money. That's not what I'm talking about. Don't cheat on the person you love. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the magic ingredient for a leap into your greater potential self. That's what I'm talking about. A calculated, risky risk. Yes. If you've been waiting on something, it feels like forever, because you rely on the response to it to get things going, like one thing depends on the other, like a domino effect. You can't do one unless the other happens first. Things will move faster in the next couple of days. From when I'm recording this, January 28th. Mercury retrograde has been changing its vibe recently. Have you noticed? It brings forth the things that you're like, oh my God, finally. On a Mercury retrograde? Interesting, yeah. It's like the shadow period leading to its retrograde has been wonky and slow and bizarre and felt like the air is being chewed up or chewing you up, but it's actually, the retrograde means Mercury is closer to Earth and becomes more intense, so things can be speeded up here. Okay? Mercury is seemingly moving, well, it is, it's moving slower, hence the seemingly retrograding, but it has stronger energy on the Earth, and then in relation to what Earth is used to moving like next to Mercury, now it's moving faster. Bottom line, what I'm trying to say, it's going to speed up, so put on a seatbelt. And you've been waiting on this, you've been anticipating this, you've been hoping for this, so it's not a bad thing. It's not that type of a seatbelt. It's like going for a great fun ride in our new super speedy car, so put on a seatbelt. Ooh, what is happening here? Okay, all right. Knight of Cups, Empress, Eight of Swords. The Lovers, Four of Wands, Three of Wands. Wow. You're heading on a great new direction. You've had the vision, you've had the flow, you've done everything you could have done right, Empress-like, right? You've owned up to this. You've taken the steps. You've put in the faith. You've put things in motion. And yet, it felt like everything around you is just stalling and holding back. And it's like you've sown the seeds. You've made the you've planted the crops. You've taken good care. And now all it needs is sunlight, but then all the clouds, and you can't control it. But they're clearing away. And so the coast is clear. Okay, the roadblocks, the hazards, the no entry signs, all drop, and then you're like just left with the horizon, and you've already prepped. You prepped the bag, you've prepped the paperwork, you've prepped whatever it is. And you've just been waiting on this, in front of this gate. You're like, okay, I'm ready. Open sesame. Open sesame. Open sesame? I'm trying different pronunciations. And it's not working. You're ready. And you're like, come on. Come on, universe. Come on. Come on, people. I'm ready. And either Saturn or reality or whatever, like, nope, not yet. You gotta stand in the red light still. And your foot is on the gas, and you're so eager to get to your destination, but this goddamn red light will not budge. You know those infinite red lights that you're like, you feel like you stand there forever, and you're like, I think I'm gonna die here. And you see cars pass and pedestrians pass, and everybody seems to be moving except for you. You're just standing, staring at that red light, being like, this is it. This is it. And yet, somehow, the coast clears. The light turns green. And you can move forward. I feel the tension. Good. The Fool, Temperance, and 10 of Pentacles nonetheless. Well, hello. And they come in sets of threes. 3 cards drop, then 3 cards drop, and now another 3 cards drop. 3, 3, 3. Something just kind of opens up luck, something that seems to have been really, really blocked. It's a new beginning, the Fool card here. A brand new path. Now, it's something that all of the signs have in common, most of them anyway, just in different variations of the narrative. It's because it's just how the energy is working, all of us right now, right? The collective. With you, it seems like you go from 0 to 100, from an infinite red light to green light. And this new start, guided by the energy of temperance, it's something that you've, I'm picking up like a very investigative energy where you worked on that recipe, that plan for a very long time, really pouring very, very gently the different ingredients, just a little bit at a time to make sure it's not too much, okay? Because you can always add a little, but you can't take away, so you're like a little bit here, a little bit here. Finding the perfect recipe, the perfect balance. Because you want a 10 of Pentacles. You want abundance. You want luxury. You want to step up. I'm picking up like, someone is like, I want to be rich, or I want to be abundant, or I want to live with, with comfort and ease. And this is someone that, has been through the spiritual warrior-like journey. This is someone that went through the adventures, the trials, the search, with nothing to their back but their, little bag, and their faith and their vision, your faith and vision. You've been searching for a very long time for a place to call your own, to rest, to be your capital, right? You're a traveler. You're a person of the world. You like to explore. You're an explorer. You like to explore. You like to move. You like to experience. And I think the South Node being in your sign right now, being in Sagittarius, I don't think, ironically enough, I don't think it's going to limit you. I think it's going to do the opposite effect somehow. I mean, those of you who are not aware or conscious, it will wreak havoc on you, of course. But I'm assuming if you're here in this channel, if you're a seeker, if you search, if you see, if you shift, you're not on that platform, okay? For those of you who have been searching with consciousness, I think it will free you in a way that is new to what you're familiar with, because you're familiar with the narrative of like, okay, moving from one place to another, but constantly changing and not looking back, right? A constant, endless road. Now, instead of being something linear that just continues and continues and constantly change from one episode to another, there's a center, right? Your home base, and then from there, you travel back and forth. I am speechless. This reading is amazing. Change in the wind. What used to... It's like the wind has a different voice now, a different tone, and it's guiding you differently, and you always used to follow the wind, right? Listen to the wind's changes. But now it seems to, like with your GPS, on Waze, you can change the voice. Man, woman, change their voice, change their name. It's like your GPS voice changes and directs you differently. Different types of destinations, different energy to them, different vibe. Because your vibe is so different. So grown, so mature. I'm not used to seeing that from Sagittarius readings. We had like a really long year that your energy was very, very, very scattered. And, I had to be sometimes harsh with you guys, with my Saggy seekers, because it was just all over the place. And you guys needed that's what I think the South Node is doing to you. It's just like, Saggy, you need home base. Okay? You can still, of course, travel and explore, but right now you're doing it in a weak way where you are reliant and dependent and bound by the wind, as opposed to guided and communicative and a companion to the wind. Does that make sense? It's now it's a conversation. It's no longer the wind says there and then you're just blown. Like people are into being a leaf blown in the wind. And do you have a spiritual backbone? Do you understand that you are a co-creator on this earth? Do you think energy and won't use you if you tell it you're just put me wherever, or it will put you wherever it needs you, but not like in a romantic fun way. It's like you'll just be used like as a catalyst for things, often at your expense. be stepped all over and be chewed up and be like, oh, I'm in service of the universe, I'm a leaf blowing in the wind. It's idiotic. Stop. I'm sorry, I have to say it. For those of you who are still stuck in that mechanism, you can be open to the universe and communicative with the universe, but it's a communication, co-creation, and it can't be at your expense. You can't be stepped on by energy and used unless you say, sure, that's what I want, and I give you approval. No, I'm not. Help me, universe. Guide me, universe. Work with me, universe. Let's manifest this and that. Don't try to overturn it and be the one controlling the wind. That will get you. No. Smart ass. Eye level. There's a lot going on here. There's a poet. Who's the poet? Either you or someone you're dealing with. Gypsy. You can stay a gypsy. But you need your caravan. So when you hike and camp, it's because you feel like it, not because you have to. And at any given point, you can go back to your caravan. Home base. Some of you are changing your perspective on what freedom means, which is just another way to explain what we've been talking about, meaning freedom doesn't mean you don't have anything to lose. Freedom means you have things because you live in this modern world. You have things that serve you as long as they need to serve you. Things, not people. And then you maintain them if you still want / need them, and you give them away or sell them if you don't. But they're not baggage or, something to anchor you down forever. It's not a chain. It's a couch. It's comfy. If you tell yourself, oh, I enjoy sitting on the cold floor, that's what you used to tell yourself, and you just will not let go of your old self that is no longer a part of you. And you know what I'm talking about. You don't actually think these things anymore. It's just the brain is used to it. It's in cycles. Your heart is already at a different. Your heart already echoes on a different frequency, a more mature frequency, a co-creator frequency. Want to look at the cards? Sure. Tell me more about this for the Saggy Seekers, please. For February. Two of Swords, okay. You're like, no, I want to stay lost. If I'm not lost and I don't know who I am, leave me alone. Okay, bye. You're still here? Oh, because maybe you don't actually mean it? Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Challenge yourself, Saggy. And if you are a Sagittarius that is rooted and grounded and has a home base, maybe it's time to go back to explore. It doesn't have to be too far. It could be a nearby waterfall. It could be taking a 2 days trip with someone special. Because you can easily go to having no boundaries at all and then easily fall into the overly boundary, as ways to compensate. Now seek the balance. Do I want to be a drifter and a wanderer and explorer, or do I want to have a home and property and things? You can do both. As I said, your gypsy caravan. So there's love here with someone that doesn't seem to know what they want. They're scared, they're confused, they're yes, they're no. And the love is mutual and it exists. But one of you is scared. Scared that it will mean to lose themselves. I'm also picking up on a feminine that has worked very, very hard to attain her self-value and worth and be at a place that is good for her, that it's her path, her faith, her vision, her well-being, her freedom, and has experienced possible love connections to be abrasive or controlling or taking away from her ability to succeed or do her thing. And this individual needs to be taught that they can do both in a balanced way, but it needs to be by someone who knows that balance and isn't going to be overbearing onto her with their issues. So this might be the dynamic that is possibly kind of interfering between the two of you. Anything else? I will continue this reading focusing on the love dynamic between you and your person of interest. We will see into the dynamic between the two of you, both on your end and on their end, and then how things unfold in actuality throughout the month. And after the tarot, we will finish up with messages from the runes for you. But we're not done yet. You will find it below in the description box, both on Vimeo and on Patreon. Great time to join Patreon. You'll have all the extendeds for unlimited streaming and other content. So check it out. Okay. Ooh, Queen of Wands, Emperor, Five of Cups. And again, in 3. Dropped in 3, dropped in 3, dropped in 3, dropped in 3, dropped in 3. All right. Surprise, surprise, luck is on your side. Someone doesn't want to be bound, doesn't want to be committed, doesn't want to be, they want to maintain their sense of self. They feel like the person they're dealing with is too demanding. Now, maybe the person they're dealing with is too demanding. It's a possibility, so consider that. If you're feeling that from someone else who is, is a little bit distant from you or not very open to you, or consider that you brought in that energy, and it could be the other way around. Maybe you're dealing with someone who's like that. It's okay to take a breath and figure out what you want, how you want. Talk to your friends. Go out. Take yourself out of this dynamic for a second and remind yourself who you are and what you love. you know. Sit in your little gypsy caravan or your little beautiful apartment or whatever your safe space is. Water your plants. Say your prayer to your gods. Smoke some hookah. Yeah, that's what I do when I need to kind of clear my mind, you know? Light some candles. Buy a nice new outfit. It does. Those little things, they do help restart our system. And then see what you miss and what you yearn and what you don't miss and what you don't yearn. And there's your answer. Okay? But bottom line, green light. All right, let's do spirit animal messages, and then I'll give you your spiritual homework for the month of February. I'll explain. If you don't know what I'm talking about, stay tuned. All right. Animal spirit for my beautiful Saggy seekers, please, for the month of February. What does Saggy need to know? Deer. One more. And lamb. Oh my God. What gentle energies. Okay, so there's a mother, son, or mother-child energy here. There might be, oh, bottom of the deck, the unicorn. So there's a parental thing going on here. If you have a child and they might be a little bit rebellious, they're super sensitive. Always tell them the truth. Not even small white lies. It will drive them crazy and will distance them from you. You need to show them that you respect their autonomy and their intelligence, because they literally will take it as if you disrespect their intelligence. Hold on for 1 second. I need to blow my nose. 1 second. Sorry. Okay, just looking for my tissue. 1 second. Sorry about that. Here I am. This little one is very, very unique, very intuitive, hypersensitive, extrasensory possibly, and needs guidance with a lot of care and show faith in them. They tell you a story about, a dream they had or a unicorn they see and speak to. Don't cancel it. Don't say, oh, it's crazy. Be like, wow, tell me more about it, right? Make them feel like they belong in this world, not like they're weird or there's something wrong with their thoughts or with their feelings. The opposite. They have something to teach you, okay? If it's not a child you're dealing with, oh, wow. Okay, there's a feminine in this story that was that child. Was that child, and so her intuition and sensitivity are hyper. Okay, she picks up on the most subtlest things, and it's really not possible to lie to her, because even if her reason, her logic will tell her, I'm sorry, that okay, this sounds like it makes sense, or there's no reason why this person will lie to me. Still, her body will prevent her from approaching you if she detects the smallest lies. Like, she'll either find excuses not to meet, or things will happen, even if she'll try to meet, think, oh, it's nonsense, everything is fine in the universe, or like her manifestation of her subconscious and her actual intuition will block whatever is not feeling right, whether she admits to it or not. Now, it's hard for me to tell if this energy was supported when she was growing up because, indigo children, crystal children who grow up so sensitive and intuitive are often really, really oppressed by their environment, right? I grew up at a time where if I was left-handed, my teacher would force me to learn how to write in my right hand. And then you get used to it, and then like the sense of who you truly are kind of gets oppressed because no, you got to write with your right hand. And they don't even talk about it. They don't even tell your parent, oh, I think she's left-handed, I'm gonna make her. No, it's just no, you're not supposed to write with your left hand, write with the right hand. It's systematic. Oh, this painting makes no sense. You painted a kid with too big of arms, or the sky shouldn't be, I don't know, yellow, they should be blue, things like that. So this individual, you or someone you're dealing with, their instincts and imagination and artistry and talents are actually way, way, way bigger than what they're experiencing right now with themselves, because it was a little bit, it needs a lot of, what's the word? Watering. And what's the word? Oh my God. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. I forget a word. Okay. Now, if this is you with yourself, then you can, invest in your own lost talents, or, things that were kind of, went amiss. Play with it. Have fun with it. Make it playful. Make it creative. And I don't know what's going on with this mother figure. There's maybe going back to the relationship with the mother, or thinking back, or I don't know, something here is there might be a conversation that heals something. And this could be a spirit guide. I'll just say it at that. For those of you who have experienced, God forbid, any loss. Okay? All right, guys. Oh, they're really talking to me, but I will be here forever if I'll continue, so. All right, let's, spiritual homework. Okay, I will continue this right now in the extended, okay? So, these are 22 major arcanas from my Rider-Waite Big Deck for lectures. It's a separate part of your reading. This is for those of you who want to take upon yourself the energy of the card that will come out as shamanic work. It will help to expand that specific aspect of your human condition, of your consciousness, and by doing so, support the collective as well. Okay? So, spiritual homework for February for my Saggy Seekers. What's the energy they are guided to harness? For Saggy Seekers. Oh. Okay, there's no bad cards in spiritual homework. The devil. There is connection to reality, to instincts. What did we talk about? To your instincts that were bound and bind. The devil card also speaks of the mythical story of Pan, who was a god that was born too ugly for the gods, so they exiled him to earth, to roam in the woods, abandoned and ugly, just for their nature. But in other perspective, they're beautiful and sexy in the realm of earth, right? So it's just a matter of perspective and owning your truth and getting empowered based on that and connecting to your hardcore self that was shamed either by your own self, judgment, and or environment. And growing wings from there, okay? I go in greater, deeper depth into the interpretation of the Devil card on my Tarot Masterclass Bunkai. I will link the class to the Devil if you want to have my take on him. Okay, it's as low as $2. You can have it. And it's very, it's very comprehensive class. All my classes are very comprehensive. Other than the obvious interpretation of the card in a reading, I also give the Bunkai, the underlayers and applications of the card in regards to spirituality and energy work. Okay, the archetypes, is the spirituality. So learn how to harness the devil energy in a good, benefic, empowering, love-based, earth-oriented way. Link below. Okay, so I will see you there. Hopefully, I will see you in your extended. Hopefully, I want to send a major thank you to my patrons and to my channel members. Your continuous support allows this to happen. Thank you for the reciprocity. Thank you for your love. Recently, I've been receiving gifts from my seekers. I've received an hourglass. It's over there. It's hard to see, but 30 minutes purple hourglass that I can, time with. I recently received a ring light from one of my seekers. So you guys are just amazing, and I appreciate you and thank you. And that's it. And if I don't see you in any of my other platforms, I'll see you in a free video. Either way, if you're new, subscribe, press the bell button, join the Existential Shift, comment your thoughts. I'm super excited to learn how this resonated with you, if yes or no, or in the middle, whatnot. I read you all, okay? I'll see you in a second.